Hey. Welcome, everybody from all around the world. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the 6th annual DC Youth Poet Laureate competition hosted by Words, Beats, and Life. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Everybody good? I'm your host for this evening. My name is Paige is my Tom. I'm a writer, performer, organizer, creative, and all around just cool guy. But for today, I have the amazing honor and privilege to bring up these amazing writers and performers in front of y'all that are just going to wow y'all with their incredible writing and their incredible art. Yeah, we would like to thank for tonight our presenting partner, Urban Word NYC. Shout out to Urban Word. Is it Urban Word? And I also want to introduce my partner in craft for tonight, our exclusive and amazing DJ for this evening. Please give it up for our DJ One Love. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to One Love. Thank you so much, One Love. He's going to be our DJ, taking care of everything, making sure we got some to move to and groove to between each and every poet. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get this thing started. Now, this isn't your traditional competition style or poetry slam situation, but you know what? There's so many incredible poets, youth poets all around the city that we're like, you know what? If we can get some other folks, even if they're not official laureate participants, we still want to get them on. And this next poet is a brilliant and amazing poet. They're going to be our sort of calibration for the evening. Without no further ado, I want y'all to please start clapping right now, wherever you're at. Yes, thank you, y'all. Let's start clapping for our calibration poet by the name of and
Hi, what's up, y'all? What's going on? I wish I could see you. I'm only staring at a screen at myself, but nonetheless, I'm really honored to be here. I'm a little too old to be a poet laureate, but I'm so honored and so happy to be here. And tonight I'll be reading for you guys a guide for the Negro. I hope you enjoy it. Definitely be sure to leave some comments as I read. Let me know what you guys think. All right, here we go. A guide for the Negro. How to be in America is clear if one's clear of complexion, is right and lawful, is elevated and educated, is privileged with knowledge of fathers founding, worshipped for wisdom in creation of a perfect union constructed on backs black as night. How to be in America is fearful and tearful, strapped and harmless, is locked in and dreading open gates and freedom, is blue-eyed and slayed like freshly flattened strands, or else gifted with heights of speed, with ball in hand, for no one stands to listen to words from lips like yours, unless it's theirs, regurgitated. How to be in America is responsive to boy at 46, respond to ground when spoken to, yes, sir, is a must. Keep your hands visible at all times, no sudden movements. You know how sometimes it goes. The man with the bulletproof vest, afraid of the dark, not night, but his, hers, yours and mine too. How to be in America is not to be home for fear of alienation here and there, alienation everywhere. How to be in America is to be not, and to not be all and everything but black. Thank you, y'all.
Hey, yo, that was fire. Thank you so much, Ann. Thank you so much. Y'all better snap it up for Ann, for our calibration poet. Yeah, don't think I can't see y'all just because we virtual. I know y'all better be snapping. There you go. And y'all better be snapping for every single poet that you're about to hear for the amazing DCU Poet Laureate Finals brought to you by Words, Beats, and Life. All right. So without no further ado, we're going to bring up our first competitor for these amazing finals. All right. Please give it up for the one, the only Awane Sawane.
I will be performing I Am Goddess. I am goddess. Forged from stardust and burning umber, I rose from the ash and no longer knew mercy. I am goddess. I am holy. 3 years ago, I forgot forgiveness. It is of no value to me. I kissed a girl and she had nightmares of cities falling to the sea for weeks. She burned and cried at my feet. I had no sympathy for her because love makes us all weak. I kissed her still so she would remember my burn, the pain that was me. I am boundless and toxic. I wrestled angels and spit out blood. I walk from revelation to revelation through blue flames. I shatter mountains with my words. They are my weapons. There are scars on my back that you do not get to see, and you never will. I am hungry for bloodshed and chaos, for death and rebirth. I am goddess. I can eat the world raw. I am wildfire. My mortal girl, my starburst girl, she is dead. She died along with my mercy and forgiveness. She was sweet and beautiful. Her voice was beautiful poetry and could make Apollo cry. She was killed, and now there is only me, and I am goddess. For my second poem, I will be performing Her Death. I cannot speak of my starburst girl. I mustn't. She is the only person or anything that still brings tears to my eyes. She was so soft and powerful, my starburst girl. How are you? I know you still weep and burn. I know you still bleed, but I don't know how to make it stop. Starburst girl, don't cry. Your tears stain an ugly metallic black now. Starburst girl, just don't cry. Please don't cry. Don't cry. You miss your version of father and how days were so long. The world was still an ugly place then, but you had hope. You had that blue flame in you, and you had that blue flame in your heart, and it roared so loud the teachers put you in timeout. They knew how dangerous you could become. Everyone knew. I'm so sorry you never had the chance to become. But you were naive with a good heart. You always forgave. You had a backpack full of second chances and loved unconditionally. You forgave the ugliness in the world when no one else would. You had peace, something I'll never find. Starburst girl, don't look at me like that. Not with those forever empty eyes. Please, Starburst girl, please leave me be. I don't know how to be you anymore. I forgot how when I woke up that morning in the hospital. You died that night before, a horrible, gruesome death. I haven't forgotten. I never will. Because when you died, you looked at me and howled and screamed and cried and said, "How could you kill me?" Why? I must be the only person you will never forgive. That night you screamed at me and sobbed for our mother. You writhed in pain and you were so scared and alone. Faceless, nameless people grabbing at the rope I hung you from, trying to save something. Anything that was left in the liquid golden blood on the floor. Starburst girl, you looked at me with bloodshot eyes, wiping your blood on my shirt and said, "Please don't kill me." Rushing us to that sterile place where they would pump stuff in our veins to keep us alive. The place I most wanted to die because you were already gone. There was no one else to save. I'll tell you a truth I've never said out loud. Those pills we took that night never tasted so good. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Owane, for this gift. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, wow, wow. They're so amazing. Y'all better drop hearts wherever you at, whether you're watching from YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you at. Drop hearts, drop some in the comments, drop some snap in the comments, drop love for each and every single poet that you're going to see tonight. But please, one more time, give it up for Owane. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Woo. I'm excited, man. We still got a couple more poets to get through. Our next poet coming all the way from right here in front of your screen. Please give it up for the one, the only, Naomi Njechu.
Hello, I'm so happy to be here. And today, my first poem will be called Nightmare. To be trapped in the intersections between reality and fantasy is where the deepest parts of your fears make you lose hope in humanity. The confusion between fear and sleep has made you blind from what's real, heavy like the panic that is waiting on your heart. Your body now becomes a burden. Your feet are moving, but never fast enough to run away, not looking behind because of the fear of the unknown, being toyed with by the creations of your own head, being at the mercy of an evil fantasy that is disturbing your peace of mind. Oh, sweet misery, you kill me but give me life at the same time. Must your lessons be so painful? Must my fears come crawling from the depths of hell to taunt me? The eerie melody of the dead tingles my ears, while the sound of the lost ones entrances me. Tired of this forbidden euphoria, longing for this unknown fear, mirrors everywhere but can't see myself. Your reflection becomes blurry. Your identity dissipates. You don't exist. Tick-tock. Time is your enemy. Tick-tock. Death won't let you live in glee. Alone, alone, me, myself, and I, but not really. Paranoia remains your only companion in this battle, running towards an indefinite destination, seeking refuge from your own enemy, your mind. My next poem will be called Inferno. The turmoil of life is never-ending tragedy. Whether we feel helpless or pity, there is a vaster tragedy at the end of the tunnel. When you decided to run away, it definitely never went away. Taking different routes, but all having the same destinations, being different from one another, but still watching the same flower wither. The uncertainty of destiny is what keeps us hoping. But when there is no hope, death becomes certain. The end of a human being, the melancholic tragedy. Some chase after it, but it seems to run away. However, when we least expect it, it comes to grab us. All that is left is tears and sorrowful melody, using my ears as the entrance of my soul. My heart is filled with fuzzy emotions as each melody touches it. It kills me but gives me life at the same time. The euphoria of mixed emotions has me in ecstasy. I'm drowning in the nothingness of these beautiful sounds. The voice of the woman singing over the beautiful instrument has me torn apart. When jolly and melancholy merges, the forbidden pleasure leaves me in a trance. If only I could feel it with my body. Also, I can feel it internally as it agitates my heart. Your soul is shaking at the sound of this beautiful melody. My mind is dancing at the thought of this great sadness mixed with hope. The flower that withers is surrounded by a bloodbath. The bloodbath is caused by the audience watching the plant. With smile on their faces and tears on their cheeks, they enjoy the final show as they drown. When curtains finally close, everything starts over again. With a huge grin, we refill the bath, starting with red droplets. With delicate hands, we grab onto the hand of death once again. Thank you.
Hey, wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Naomi. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. That was incredible. And y'all caught that? Y'all caught what Naomi just did at the end? You know, the poem was all, oh, I'm in the poem. And then at the end, just, thank you. Like, yeah, that's like, that's multi-dimensional right there. And that's what we like. That's what we like. And that's just a glimpse of some of the amazing, amazing poets that are still coming to you right here from Words, Beats, and Life. Make sure that you send the link out to folks. All right. Because, man, y'all missing out on a good Friday night start right now. So send the link out. Make sure people are coming in to watch and to view these amazing, dope writers and performers, man. Drop some snaps, drop some claps in the comments from wherever you're at for our last poet, Naomi. And keep that applause going. Keep them snaps and applause going for our next poet coming up to the stage, all the way from right here in front of your screen. Please give it up for the one, the only, Amiri Nash. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me here. My first poem is called American Wedding. Am I ready to surrender to the land? To have my lungs singed by the sound of a siren? This country loves me like a dead body, yet we are married to it without choice. A delicate white lace veil disguised as a noose over my head. Flower girls chasing after me still, leaving behind a trail of red and blue bullets. I, free man, take you, with every pump of my heart pulling against the hot tarmac, my arms and legs moving beyond speed, to be my lawfully wedded spouse. Clap and smile as I hit the ground now, celebrate the burial yet to be, to have and to hold, throw away my body, make it nice and bloody and leave my ears open to hear the chants, my eyelids unclosed to see my death digitized. From this day forward, tell me it was an accident, that you were just trying to plant flowers, that you still love me with my black skin spilling on the ground, plead innocent and swear with your right hand on the Bible, for better. Sit my family on one side of the altar and your family on the other. For worse, hear metal badges clink as they turn to watch me wheel down the aisle, revolvers shiny and glowing and polished, protected, but just to keep my body safe, lifeless and inoperative as stone. For richer, listen to the birds howling, tender and taint, their cries camouflaged as the sound of a mother wailing, my brand new tuxedo glowing from the undertaker. For poorer, and celebrate with family the last stride, grasping the air by teeth before worms and maggots chew through ethereal unsettlement. In sickness and in health, smiling through veins before they paint my vessels and cells with gang, violent, thug, hoodlum, toughie, scoundrel, urban, gangster, and deserving of it, until death do us part. And now we become married, lowering my body into the ground as my spouse's family applauds, a time capsule for the memory of the pain. Rings placed on me and covered by roses, green stems over my stoic fists. What God has joined, men must not divide. This is how they want to love me. I am loved by America when I am dead in its arms, married to the funeral it scripted for me, decorated with death and dishonor and wallow. This is not how I ought to be loved. Amen. My second poem for tonight is called Dear Dark Boy in Closet. I'm sorry if your crown is disguised as crumpled up post-it notes decorated with scribbles of faggot and fairy. If your knees are bruised from praying to a God who won't heed your prayers and your hoodie is folded up, dust around the edges in your wardrobe because you're afraid of wearing it out while black. If the high heels you want will never get worn because you're afraid of wearing them out too, or if there's no room for hoodies and heels in your closet, because inside closets are memorials of things you aren't, not things you are, gruesome hoodies and feminine heels. And maybe, yes, you cried looking at your old black sweat jacket because Trayvon Martin got killed for wearing his and it's on the news. And maybe, yes, you went to church to ask God to protect you, but your pastor said the other day how God don't like gay people. And maybe, yes, you looked in the mirror and don't know if you can make it another night. You wipe your tears off your iPod screen to finish your Am I Gay quiz, and maybe, yes, you see how Eve might have been unable to resist the apple because the men's underwear section in Target looks good. And maybe you're wondering if Eden exists outside of pages that tell you you're condemned, if grass grows on the other side of the closet door. Maybe you can smell the fruit and the flowers over here, and yes, we're still figuring out how to wear our hoodies and heels. But dear dark boy in closet, I'm sorry if your crown was ever disguised as crumpled up post-it notes with mean words. Hold my hand tight and write new notes with a deep Sharpie and keep writing until the post-it notes are of thousands. You can make them into a throne to sit on in your closet kingdom, so when you open the door, you are sitting in your rightful place, wearing the prettiest delicate black hoodie and pink heels, and you can smile while I, we, they, she, he do our best to protect you. Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow. What a blessing. Thank you so much, Amiri. Wow. Amazing, amazing. Y'all better clap it up, snap it up, drop hearts, drop love all up in them comments. You know what I'm saying? For Amiri Nash, our last poet that just performed. Yes, 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 yes. Wow. Thank you so much. Woo. Man, we still got poets coming up. I mean, the fire just starting, man. We just starting. We still got some more fire coming up for y'all, man. So y'all better stay tuned and let everybody know the best place to be is right here with Words, Beats, and Life for the 6th annual DC Youth Poet Laureate Finals. So coming up next to the stage, our fourth poet to come here and bless us with their amazing work. Please give it up for the one, the only, Kristen Kleiber.
Hi, everyone. I'm so honored to be here with these other amazing poets. And I'm going to start with a piece titled, Where Art Thine Angels? I woke to thunder in the night, and soon thereafter, God delivered his tears. Somewhere the shot of a Glock 43 is screaming in the rain, quieting only as innocent life pools by the road. Do your angels not hear the echo that sounds when a body hits the pavement? Somewhere a woman is wearing a turtleneck in late spring. She's tenderly reapplying makeup in the bathroom mirror. But even beneath full coverage concealer, she must chuckle to her colleagues that her dark under eye is just tiredness. Silence scalds her throat daily. I wonder if your angels taste it. Somewhere a waitress is lifting dinner plates from a linen-lined table. They're only half eaten, but she brings them to the back and leans them into the trash. It's late when she boards the B2 bus headed southeast. Her 2 children are asleep on the floor mattress at the far corner of the room. She reaches for the alarm clock and sets it for 4 a.m. I know your angels feel her exhaustion as she buttons her second uniform. Somewhere a boy is writing a letter to his family. He still has another year before his growth spurt, so he had to stand on his toes to reach the top shelf of the medicine cabinet. Surely your angels see his fingers shaking as he scribbles, I'm sorry. Do you not claim the figures made from heaven's own clay? Were not our physiques fashioned in your celestial fire? Have not your protectors of people abandoned us? I notice that I've left my window slightly ajar, and rain droplets have begun to splatter the sill. I rise from my bed and click the pane into place. I stand there for some time, staring into the darkness. Where have the guardians of humanity gone? I wonder as I look beyond my reflection. The second piece is titled Unending Questions. Hi, my name is Tamara Jones, and I'm 5.5 years old, and I just had a question. Why she came home and her father wasn't there. It was not because he left, but because he's still lying face down 2 blocks away. His blood staining the asphalt crimson because a man thought his skin was suspiciously dark. When did dark, defined as a color, become the word through which you defined character? In what dictionary did you find wickedness by the synonyms of blackness? Who told you that malevolent was a shade? Hi, my name is Faith Walker. I'm 26 years old. I just had 2 twins. One's a boy, one's a girl, both bathed in melanin bliss. But since I gave them their first kiss, I've been a little scared of what I might miss when I sit them both down and tell them being Black means this. My name is Faith Walker, but am I really a Faith Walker? Because I got a couple questions about complete trust and confidence. God, how can I trust that my babies are gonna be okay when I know in a couple years I gotta talk to my son? Maybe there's comfort knowing he's not the only one. But maybe it's a little uncomfortable knowing that speech isn't required for everyone. I have to ask, Lord, why is that speech for anyone? Lord, bless my daughter. Shield her from her enemies, who all about her cast their shadows of hate. I am terrified. But her soul is strong, and her spirit is bright. And I think I'm going to name her Hope. Somewhere there's a little girl who's just learning how to work her hair. And somewhere that little girl is surrounded by little girls who don't understand how she can work her hair. But somewhere somebody wants to tell every little girl that ever wondered that people want to touch it because it's unique, that shade does not determine value, that the very things they tease you for today, they'll want tomorrow. Don't you see it's your beauty being sold in those bottles? But smile, my sister, because your perfection cannot be purchased. Do not forget that the earth is your inheritance. Plant your feet in the soil and dare another to touch your crown. Somewhere somebody wants to look a little black boy in the eye and tell him that labels do not define him, that his dark skin does not give him a dark soul, that obstacles meant to break him would only build him into an exceptional man. And then he's a man. And his mirror becomes a reflection of every day's deflection of who he is. But when he looks in the mirror, one man looks back. One speaks his voice. Only one knows his story. And no one but him will tell him who he was, who he is, or who he will be. Do not forget that you are the original Prince of People. Though enemies assault your canvas, smile, my brother, because anyone who seeks to paint your portrait will fail. The black man is a kaleidoscope, fit for your brush alone. Hi, my name is Dakota Johnson. I'm 43 years old, and I just have one question. When my son said he couldn't breathe, why did you continue? You continued to choke him. You didn't know that he just got his degree. You didn't know that he had a perfectly clean record. You didn't know that he had 2 daughters who he protected with his one life that you took. But none of that should have mattered. And it wouldn't have mattered because you did know that he was black. Hi, my name is Kristen Clyburn. I'm 18 years old, and I'm wondering why we are still asking these questions. Thank you.
Whoo! Whoo! Wow. Wow. Speechless, y'all. Speechless. Y'all better drop them snaps, them claps, something. Y'all better drop that love in there for these amazing poets, but especially for our last poet that just performed, Kristen Clyburn. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We got writing, we got performance, we got drama, we got just, oh wow, wow, such beautiful presentation. Wow. And it's just every poet just keeps coming with fire, 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 banger after banger after banger. Like, yo, I am extremely honored and proud to be here right now and to be able to witness this amazing generation of next incredible writers and performers, man. Y'all are too lit. Y'all are too lit. I love it. I love it. Whew. And without no further ado, we got one more poet, y'all. Everybody say, oh, no, no. We got one more poet. But, you know, don't go nowhere, though, because after this last poet, our last participant as a U Poet Laureate potential, we're going to do just a quick, nice little interview with all of the poets that we've seen tonight. All right? So y'all get to know them a little more beyond just the artists. And that's what I love. I love to get to know people beyond just their artistry, right? And see how those things in their lives reflect in their work. You know what I'm saying? But before we get to that moment, let's bring up our last poet for tonight, who's going to be performing. Please give it up. Rousing applause, snaps, claps, all of the things for Ariana Truesdale.
I'm Ariana, and I will be presenting my first poem, Rose. My rose is not a real flower. The lady who birthed me and made me who I am today, who rose from abandonment, rose from depression, rose from hate, rose from insecurities, rose from pain, and rose from trauma, is my rose. She's beautiful and resilient. She's talented and brilliant. She started as a small seed, and soil was what she needed. Soil to protect her and help her transition into a flower. Growing up, me and my siblings wanted to help. If I saw her cry, I'd spoil her with kisses and hugs and sing her songs. And I wasn't shy. I was the soil. Eventually, my brother Eric was her water, so the soil and seed would not dry. He would cook, clean, and even help around my siblings. We got good grades and kept a positive attitude. We wanted to make her smile, let her know her hard work was worth something, but she was missing something. She needed sunlight, something to bring her pleasure every day and night. Over time, I realized my sister Erin was her sunlight. Erin encouraged her to try new things and stay healthy. We didn't have a lot of money, but with love, we were wealthy. My mom became more independent. She started her own business. She didn't ask for a handout. I can honestly say she worked for everything, without a doubt. The flower started to grow, but it needed petals. My brother Jalen was the petals. He kept her happy and brought her joy to a whole new level. The flower was done, at least we all thought. But the soil, flower, water, and sunlight needed a pot. The pot was my dad. He kept us all together. Because of him, those will last forever. I think it's time everyone knows this is how Erica grows. My second poem is Dark and Brown Skin Isn't a Sin. That girl's skin is too dark. Does she live in the sun? Or is she a sick that is overdone? To hate on my black skin is a sin. It's a great gift from God to be blessed with melanin. It is biased to judge someone based on their prison of skin or their race, whether behind their back or to their face. I want to run outside and capture the sun gleaming upon my beautiful black skin like a spotlight. I want those kids to watch so they know I'm right, that brown and dark skin is just as beautiful, like the stars at night. To hate on my black skin is a sin. Shall I say it again? It is a great gift from God to be blessed with melanin. Thank you.
Let's go. Let's go. Yes, Ariana. Better have the audience with you too. Yes, you better take that praise, take all that celebration. Shout out to you. Y'all better give it up. Throw some snaps, some love, some claps, drop it in the comments, all that for Ariana Truesdale. Yes. Yes. Wow. Everybody was so dope. That's everybody right there, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Man, wow. Wow. I'm excited. I'm excited. I know whoever out of this bunch comes out of this picked out, man, I don't know yet. So I can't. I'm gonna find out with y'all like much later. So, but I'm no whoever comes out of this is going to be. We're in good hands. DC is in very good hands. DC and beyond. You know what I'm saying? So I actually want to bring. Wow, I want to bring everybody back. I could have everybody back come through. I need Ann, I need Awane, I need Naomi, I need Amiri, I need Kristen, I need Ariana. What up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? You did it. You did it. Yeah, everybody good? You can unmute yourselves. Unmute yourselves. Unmute yourselves. Yo, that was amazing. Shout out to everybody. Wow. Y'all are brilliant. Y'all are brilliant. Y'all are brilliant. It has been such an honor to be able to witness y'all, man, get this virtual stage on fire, man. And it's going to be amazing to see y'all on this journey as y'all continue forward, man. And whatever y'all do, whether y'all I hope y'all continue as writers and performers, but whatever you decide to do, man, I know each and every single one of y'all are going to leave such an exquisite and brilliant mark on this world, man, because that's exactly what we need. All these things that y'all were talking about, that hope that we need, that faith, you know what I'm saying, that love, that life, you know what I'm saying, especially in the world that's constantly telling us that we don't deserve any of those things. But y'all are a testament of that. Y'all are bring that. So we want to thank you for this blessing that you are and the blessing that y'all gave us with y'all words, man. Shout out to y'all. Clap it up for yourselves. Celebrate yourselves, y'all. Celebrate yourselves. You did it. You did it. All right. Woo. Man, so like, man, I just kind of, I want to know, so I'm gonna just ask just some quick questions, just some questions, okay? Because I'm curious. Okay, I'm curious. So, like, what's y'all's inspiration? What inspires you? What inspires you in terms of your writing and your performance and how you craft and create stories and worlds within your creative sphere? What inspires you? And I'm gonna start first with Ariana, since you were the last person to perform, and I'm gonna kind of go backwards and stuff like that. But yeah, what inspires you? What inspires you, Ariana?
What inspires me to be 13 and set a trend, or at least set an example for future Black children coming up.
Oh, facts.
That all Black people aren't as bad as the media say they are, and I want to be an example of one of the people that need to be presented. The media is always posting about the bad, but never the good.
We need that. We need that. Talk about it. Talk about it. Kristen, what inspires you? Kristen, what's your inspiration?
Yeah, so I feel like my poetry has kind of evolved, and I write about a lot of different topics. How I began with poetry was really with nature. Like, nature really inspired me. I would be outside, and I just love nature, and I would be writing about the babbling brook and like the forest and different things. So that's kind of how it began. And my writing kind of evolved into a form of expression, really, which I think is what writing inherently is. There would be events happening that were just deeply disturbing or frustrating to me, and writing was really the way that I had always learned to express those emotions, get those things out onto paper in a way that maybe just talking couldn't exactly do. So I kind of find it therapeutic as well. So I guess in general, the natural world, and I'm also inspired by events that happen around me.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Amiri, what inspires you? What inspires you? Talk about it.
Yeah, well, I'm just super inspired by, like, this sounds cliche, but I'm super inspired by just like everything around me. And I think living in DC, there's just so much inspiration and culture and just so many different stories that, like, it's just impossible not to tell them, really. And poetry is such a beautiful way to tell stories. So I think just my environment and my peers just are really, really inspiring to me.
There it is, man. You gotta engage, being able to engage not just with the world within you, but the world around you, and that's nice. And then to be able to translate that onto paper, absolutely, absolutely. What about you, Naomi? What inspires you? What inspires you?
Um, what inspires me? So I first started poetry because of my mental illness, especially if you have a mental illness, I'm sure everybody knows that you kind of feel alone, especially when everything happens in your head and you're like, okay, am I crazy? Am I tripping? And I just didn't know how to explain it. So I guess I found comfort in words and everything around me. And I also evolved with my poetry where I just tell stories like from a different perspective. Like, for example, if I want to tell a story about someone else's experience, that makes me really dive into the person's mind and just talk to them. And it made me connect with people in general. And that's what inspires me. People and just things that you can explain in general. Even if it doesn't have an answer, it has an answer. I think everything has meaning at the end. Even if it's meaningless, it's still poetic.
Wow. Okay, that's a bar. Okay, so you're just gonna come with bars even in regular just interviews, huh? You know what I'm saying? Even if it's meaningless, it is still poetic. Okay, I see you. I see you out here. We are. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, all right, all right, all right. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. All right. What about you, Owane? What you got? What you got? What inspires you? What inspires you?
What inspires me mainly is like this emotion inside of me that I must get out. This urge to be a part of the world at whole. Whenever in my poetry, it's always about this emotion that's so taboo, that is so bad and hurtful and painful, and I bring that to light and I make it seem less painful. And I use that as a coping mechanism. And like with depression and sadness, I tell myself that it'll be okay and you're going to write and you're going to feel better. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. It's so powerful to be able to be in a space where like, you know what I'm saying, we got more young people that are talking very frankly and in a very straightforward way about like these very real things that are affecting them. You know what I'm saying? Like when I, not to sound like the old guy in the room back in my day when I was growing up, but you know what I'm saying? Like when I was y'all's age, like we didn't often, there wasn't often spaces to be that vocal about like, you know what I'm saying, being able to like, yeah, like experiencing depression or these things or talking about these hardships often internal that are affecting us, you know what I'm saying? And so like to be able to vocalize that, like it's revolutionary in itself. You don't hear a lot of people that have the space to be able to do that, and how y'all doing that also helps inspire others to not only vocalize these things but then also seek whatever form of help or whatever form of support, you know, that they can get, and also us coming to for each other, because that's what it's about, community. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to community, and shout out to this dope community that y'all are building right here. You know what I'm saying? So, Anne, what you got? What inspires you, Anne? What you got?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of like a mixture of what everybody just said, right? I think for me specifically, it's kind of like a self-preservation type thing. Because, you know, when I really think about it, I think if I don't have words, if I don't have beats, if I don't have music, I really don't have anything. And when there's so many things going on in the world and you don't have people to talk to about it, or even if you do have people to talk to about it, maybe you're not a good communicator. And so the only option is to just shut down and stay within yourself or let it out on paper, which is literally the next best thing. So I think for me, poetry or writing music specifically has just been a mode of self-preservation, because if it stays in, it might just kill me. So it's got to come out somehow. Yeah.
It sure does. It sure does. Cause it ain't fun when you feeling all backed up and congested and like you got so much to say and like no outlet for it. Yeah, that it's not fun. And so like you gotta let that work out. You gotta let all that out and alchemize it. Alchemize it into whatever it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's beautiful, sometimes it's ugly, sometimes it's scary. You know what I'm saying? Has your writing ever scared you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Has your writing ever like you ever looked at something you wrote when you really went to that place? And you're looking at you're like, yo, this is okay. I need to back up for a moment. Because poetry and writing does that. You know what I'm saying? So wow. Okay, so my next question then, in terms of that, what is something that you hope to work on or get better with, or be able to manifest or evolve in your writing and or performance I mean, because I saw some of y'all, I mean, I know we, you know what I'm saying, like this was, you know what I'm saying, y'all did the written submissions and everything and everybody's writing was gorgeous and stuff, but to see y'all perform as well, I mean, y'all are performers, you know what I'm saying, y'all are able to bring these words to life in such brilliant ways, and we've seen it from everybody. So what is something, you know what I'm saying, that you want to work on, that you hope to work on and be able to evolve or grow or implement or manifest in your work? I'm gonna leave it open. Just whoever comes out with it first.
I can start. I think I'm just going to steal what you said. For me, it's performance. I've actually never done this before. This is my first time ever reciting my poetry. So this was terrifying. You probably didn't know that, but I was really scared. And I think for me, it's kind of an insecurity thing. Like I feel like my poetry is somewhat good enough for me, but I just don't think that one, people would care, or two, that I would actually, like, it would mean something to them, if that makes sense. So this was kind of a push for me to just put myself out there. So I'm grateful for this platform, but performance is definitely something that I need to work on.
Okay, shout out to the push forward. Okay. Who got next? Amiri, I think I thought I saw your hand up or something, but yeah, what's something you hope to work on?
I think I just want to get more comfortable with the uncomfort that comes with being authentic and sharing poems that are like deep and truthful. So I think like getting comfortable with like how uncomfortable authenticity can feel sometimes is something that I want to work on as a poet and an artist.
Talk about that discomfort. Yes, talk about that, because a lot of people are afraid of being uncomfortable, right? And because that's where really the poem lies. That's where the truth that's where the truth of it really lies, man. It's in all that discomfort. You know what I'm saying? And like, wow, that's a word right there. See, more bars. Y'all just out here with bars. Y'all smart. Y'all real smart. Okay, who got next? Yeah, what's something you hope to work on? What's something you hope to work on, Naomi? What's something you want to work on?
The same as Anne. So this is the first time I'm actually performing my
Wow.
poetry. And most of my pieces are really personal. So to perform something so personal is like a very big step. So that's what I want to improve on. So, and I want to be more straightforward because my writing is mostly abstract. So you have to keep looking to find what I'm talking about. I want to be more straightforward and just say, yes, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you don't have to think or just have your own theories. I'm talking about this and you just need to get it. So I want to be more aggressive with it.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Shout out to that word, you know what I'm saying? And being able to like, it is fun. As creatives, especially, we get in these modes and it's like, we want to create these amazing universes and worlds. And sometimes, you know, trying to strike that balance where we can be creative and innovative and fun, but also being able to still be concise and straight to the point and all of these things. So shout out to that balance in writing and even in performance. And again, like, I would have never thought that this was your first time too. Would have never thought, like, because you brought it, you got that voice. So wow, amazing. Awane, what you hope to work on? What do you hope to work on?
This isn't my first time performing, but in performance, I always find this problem where I don't have the same emotion that I did when I wrote it. And I can't bring my poem to full glory if I don't feel that emotion. Say, like in this poem that I did, I wish that I got bold and loud. And it's just like, I wish that I could, because I look back on these poems and I'm like, why don't I feel the same way that I did when I was writing this poem? And that's what I want, to feel the same way that I did when I wrote the poem. So I feel that stage and like say this poem and like, you know, like bring it to victory.
Bring it to victory. I like that. And sometimes, you know, poems are fluid too, man. Poems and our writing and our relationship with language, man. It changes. It changes with our experiences. It changes with our engagements with the world and with other people. It changes. So like, be kind to yourself in that too. You know what I'm saying? Like that space where it ebbs and flows. You know. And then sometimes maybe that poem was for that time. You know, when you first wrote it, you felt it and it was all in there. And then now, since you've grown and evolved and all of these things, you look back at the poem and you're like, I mean, it's cool, but like I don't feel that strength as much to it anymore. But that's because you're entering the next nexus of your journey, right? Where you're going to come to that place where you're about to write some fire. That's all that means. You're about to write your next fire is coming up. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get on that. Kristen, what you got? What you hope to work on in your writing or performance? I mean, you gave us performance. You gave us performance.
Thank you. No, it's not my first time performing poetry. I think that this was kind of already mentioned, but definitely being straightforward, because I think that one of the most beautiful things about poetry is that so many people can read the exact same piece and everybody's walking away with a different takeaway and message. And I think that's really unique and really beautiful. I like playing with poetry like a riddle. A lot of times I won't write something explicitly. I'll kind of walk around what I want to say so that the reader is like, oh, I think this is what she's talking about. And sometimes I really do like leaving it up to allowing enough space for the reader to decide what I'm talking about. But as someone else mentioned, I do sometimes want to have poems where there's a message on my mind that I very directly and poetically want to convey to the audience. So working on being more straightforward sometimes.
Straightforward. I like that. Okay. Brilliant. All righty. Last but definitely not least. So Ariana, what you trying to work on, whether in writing or performance or both? What you trying to work on?
Like everyone else said, I'm trying to work on being more authentic with myself. Sometimes I don't feel comfortable with a lot of things I go through, especially as being dark-skinned, being very tall for my age, and the type of body I have. I like try to like hold back on that because I don't want people to think like I'm weird, or I don't want to take the negative energy that comes with being authentic. But I feel like I need that to be more driven and to put my words on paper. I also need to work on my pace as well, because I feel like depending on how you say it is how it can go through someone's head. If you say something really fast, they're thinking, oh, well, she might not be meaning everything she says. She's just trying to get it over with. But if you slow down and take your time, people can actually listen and feel what you're saying.
Good, very good. Shout out to that, man. I love it, man. I love it. Y'all already on the right path, man. Y'all already on the right path to being able to accomplish all of these things, man. I'm excited for each and every single one of y'all, and I'm excited to be able to work to work with you all too, man. Not just even the poet laureate, but everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Continuing. I'm gonna talk a little bit later about these things, these other programs and things that Words, Beats, and Life and beyond that we're trying to bring in order to cultivate and nurture all of this brilliant talent that y'all have. So I'm gonna have one last super quick question. So, you know, we are already in very hard, difficult times. We know that. And, you know, and often, especially as writers, we write to reflect the times that we're in and often the struggles and all of these things. But I want to talk a little bit about the joy. And one thing that really brings me joy is music. Right? If when you got that song that just make you want to turn up, that one song that's like, no matter what mood you in, like you put that John on and you just feel good. You just feel better. So I want to know from everybody real quick, what's your joyful song? What's the song that brings you joy? What's the song for you that's that perfect reflection of joy for you? What is that? All right. So let me start. Let me start with let me start with Naomi. Naomi, what's that song for you? What's that joyful song for you? Oh, you muted. There you go.
I have a lot of favorite songs, but I would say the song that actually makes me feel good, kind of groovy, like when I just feel it, it's like Just the Two of Us by Grover Washington Jr.
Oh, okay.
It's my song.
That's your song. Okay, little old school, little old school. All right, all right. I'm feeling it. Amiri, what you got? What's your joy song?
Mine is A Long Walk by Jill Scott.
Hey,
I love that song.
long walk around the park. Okay, okay, nice, very nice. Ariana, what's your joyful song?
My joyful song would have to be Carrie Hilson, Pretty Girl Rock for sure.
Hey, nice, nice, nice. Okay, okay, okay. I feel that. Owane, what's your joyful song?
My joyful song has to be Diddy Bop by No Name. Yeah, that song, it just gives me like all fuzzy feelings inside. I'm like, yes. Yeah, on like a long car ride. And I'm like, Diddy Bop, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice, very nice. Okay, Kristen, what's your jump? What's your joy song?
I'm gonna say this is a more recent song, but "Way Too Big" by Burna Boy. I just
okay,
and
yes.
I just like the message. Like if I'm feeling down, I play that, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm on this now. Forget whatever that was. I'm focused. I'm back in the zone, and it makes me happy. Yeah.
Yes, yes, very much so. All right, Ann, what's yours? What's yours?
Right now, mine is My Power.
Oh, nice.
I've song on replay all day.
Yeah, dope. Good. Now we got a little playlist that we need to create, the official, DC Youth Poet Laureate playlist. DJ One Love, you got an assignment. Create the playlist. Make sure you got them songs in there. All right. Woo! So now, the moment that we all been waiting for the second year in a row, we are all inviting all of the poetry applicants here, all of y'all, to come back as poetry ambassadors. Now, what this was do is going to give y'all access to workshops, performances, opportunities, and the ability to have your work filmed to create any type of poetry media projects, okay? So definitely continue and consider staying connected with WBL, even if you're not selected as the laureate. And as I said, I want to be able to work with every single one of y'all, all right? Because y'all got some dope work, For those of you out there who are not familiar with the DCU Poet Laureate program, this is what the Poet Laureate receives, all right? You will get these opportunities as complete a performance tour of all of the Busboys and Poets DC locations and multiple DC public libraries, and these are all paid gigs, all right? You'll be able to perform and participate in events with the new museum called Planet Word. It's an incredible museum. If you're ever in DC, anybody out there, if you're in the DC area, like when things are okay to go to and stuff, and of course safety protocols, go to Planet Word, dope space. The Poet Laureate gets to serve on the Youth Advisory Board for the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. They get to publish their first book through Words, Beats, and Life upon program completion, and they will receive a travel stipend to participate in the National Laureate Workshops, all right? Finally, the Laureate will play a leadership role on the WBL Youth Advisory Board. The Laureate will also be encouraged to apply for the National Youth Poet Laureate position at the conclusion of their term here in DC as Youth Laureate of the District of Columbia. So it is my honor to be the first. I literally just got the text to announce the 2021 DC Youth Poet Laureate. Oh, wait, actually, first, I want to thank all my fellow judges, Raquel Brown, Alan King, Patrick Washington, Benny Haran, and myself, of course, Paige is my Tom, and all the brilliant people of WBL. And shout out to our DJ One Love. I would also like to announce that WBL is launching 2 more Poet Laureate programs in 2021, one for Montgomery County and one in Arlington, Virginia. So be on the lookout for that. We're trying to get that DMV on lock for real, all right? So finally, without no further ado, drum roll, please. 2021 DCU Poet Laureate is Amiri Nash. Give it up for Amiri Nash. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are the 2021 DCU Poet Laureate and the 6th young person to hold this position. How you feeling?
I'm feeling awesome. Everyone was so good. I feel so like incredibly honored to get this. Everyone was so amazing, and like it just feels really amazing. I'm so happy right now.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you all so much. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yes. We're super excited for you. We're super excited for all of the things to come. Again, shout out to Anne, shout out to Kristen, shout out to Awane, shout out to Naomi, and shout out to Ariana, and shout out to Kristen. Wait, I feel like I already said it, but anyways, but shout out to you also, and Mary, man. You did a great job. You were amazing. You're amazing. Man, we look forward to all of the things. Again, thank you, everybody. This has been the next edition of the DCU Poet Laureate Finals presented by Words, Beats, and Life with our partner, Urban Word NYC. Man, we thank y'all for joining in. Thank y'all for listening in from wherever y'all at. Please be safe. Be kind to yourselves. Drink plenty of water and have fun and be joyful. Whatever those little spaces of joy are for y'all, please make sure y'all have those and hold on to those real tight. All right. Thank y'all so much. My name is Paige Is My Time. I've been your host for the evening. Peace.